As I mentioned in my last video, which was my December wrap up, I am batching videos and we're gonna roll with it because we are playing catch up for me being gone since Bookmas, which ended on December 13th. So today I'm coming at you with my February TBR, and then I will be hitting you with my January wrap up very soon. Also, as I mentioned in the last video, I do want to know if you're interested in me doing a top books of 2025. If that's something that you're interested in, I will get that as one of my many videos that I need to start filming. But before we get into my February TBR, hi, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new here. I am Jen, and this is Bookmarked by Jen. Let's talk about some books that I want to read in February. Okay, I have a pretty decent list here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 books here. My average is about 5 to 6 books, so we'll see. But I've given myself a good cushion here. Some of these books I'm definitely going to read. There is an arc and a buddy read, so let's get into it. Okay, first up, I have Joyless by Nyla K. It is the second book in the Alabaster Pen series. This one is an MMF romance between 3 of the guards of Alabaster Pen. So we've got Vel and Joy, and they are a team. They have always been a team. They are like the top dogs of Alabaster Pen. They used to date also, but they are still extremely close and they watch each other's backs. And then we have our new guy, which they are calling Rook for Rookie, and he comes in and kind of puts, especially Vel, short for Chevelle, he puts him a little bit on his toes. Like, he starts to feel things. He is put on edge with Rook. He's definitely not what Vel was expecting, and he pushes him. He pushes him in, I think, like a good or bad way. I don't know. I don't know much about these because at the behest of Nyla K, she says no spoilers. Do not go looking for information because you are going to spoil big plot twists of the story, and she implores people not to spoil things. So the only spoiling that I've done is I was curious to know when certain characters that I love, like when their book was. Was it book 2 or book 3 or book 4? So that's the only spoiling that I've done, but I don't even like look at the blurbs or the synopsis too much. I just want to know like key points. And I wanted to put this in here and then kind of play around a little bit because these are darker books. I mean, you got to think about it. You're set in a prison that nobody knows exists, and so you don't exist in life, and so like things can get pretty dark. So I wanted to have some mush to break that up with, and so that brings me to my next book, which I have Come What May by Corinne Michaels. It's been quite. It has definitely been, I don't think that I've read a Corinne Michaels book in the last 2 years. Definitely not in 2025. It's been a minute, and that should not be the case. So it's one of my goals for this year is to read new to me authors or authors that I've enjoyed books from, but I haven't read that much from. So I'm trying to live up to what one of my goals is. So this is her newest contemporary romance. It's set in the Ember Falls series. This is book 4. I have not read the Ember Falls series, but I've read that it is okay to read these. They are a like a standalone inside of a series. I wanted to read this one because it's a best friend's dad romance, and it's been a while since I've read her, like I said, and best friend's dad like just hits me. It gives me like nostalgia of like older and I'm blanking, but you get it. Anyway, I wanted something a little bit more tamer, a little bit more, like I said, mushy, because I've got Joyless in the mix there. But I also wanted something that was going to bring the goods. And if I remember correctly, Corinne Michaels can bring the goods. So we have Tessa and we have Killian. This is an age gap where they are forced to work together, which another yum yum yum. She's hired to fix a PR problem at his ranch, but stolen glances and touches are making that hard and even harder when she finds out he's her best friend's dad. Next up is a book that I wanted to read last year and I didn't get to it, and I am determined to get to it this year. I'm going to get to it this year. This is Undone, Love Times 3 by Chris Riley. She put it out on Valentine's Day last year, and this is a great book to read for Valentine's Day in February. So this is a collection of 3 short stories, and really the whole book is under 200 pages as well. So I think it's going to be a fun and sexy read, right? So the first story gives us a blind date where she gets stood up, and then another guy shows up thinking she's his date. And, like, what's a girl to do? Should we tell him the truth, or should we just play along? The second story is a millionaire meets his match in the sassy owner of Blue's Hideaway. She makes him promise not to fall in love with her, but maybe he can't keep that promise. And then the third story, two strangers, one hotel room, one unforgettable night, no names, no strings, and apparently no inhibitions either. This gives me complete Irresistible Stranger by Lucia Franco, except no names? What? No strings? What? Yes. I think she saved the best for last. I don't know. We'll see. I'll let you know. And then my next book, I have Take My Kiss by Brooke Montgomery. This is the third book in the Willow Branch series. I'm so excited about this one. This one releases on February 11th. It is ARC read for me. I am a part of Brooke Montgomery's ARC and Street team. This one, she really hasn't released the blurb yet. But what I can tell you is that it is a forced proximity. It is a small town romance set between Colton, one of the brothers in the Willow Ranch series characters, and a single mom that we have met before. They have had a night together, but it was just supposed to be like a one-time thing. But, maybe this cowboy's ready to settle down kind of thing. Maybe he wants the single mom. So you could read this one as a standalone, but I'm telling you, like, these books are better when you read them in succession, when you get the feel of the family and the dynamic, and you just get more out of it. So I definitely recommend doing it that way, and I'm looking forward to it. Again, this is a definite one that I'm going to read, so I'll let you know what I think about it at the end of February. The next book is a book that has been on my TBR for a few months now, and that is Bad Bishop by L.J. Shen. I really want to get to this one this month. Dark mafia, romance, age gap. We have an arranged marriage. She is set to marry the ruthless Irish mafia prince. Lila is forced to marry Tyrion after being assaulted, and now she's pregnant. That is not a spoiler. It is in the back of the book. Okay, so there you go. There are games being played in Power, and she's the pawn in the middle, but I feel like she's going to give me strong FMC. Like, I'm getting strong FMC vibes from Tyrion. LJ Shen does strong females, so I'm hoping that she doesn't disappoint me in that one. And then the final book that I have on my TBR list is our buddy read for February. I'm going to tell you, it is getting so hard to pick books that all four of us have not read, especially because the girls read a lot of new releases. They are a part of a lot of ARCs and ALCs, and they read things way quicker than I do. So it is, again, really hard to pick something, but I've picked for our buddy read for February because it's going to be on my channel, and more information about that is to come. It's going to be The Exception by Keelan. So this is an opposites attract romance. Sutton is on her way to a wedding she is really not in the mood for. She does not want to go to this one, so she signs up for a dating app. What could be the harm? But she doesn't quite read what that dating app entails, and she kind of jumps right in without looking, and she doesn't realize what the dating app is until she's actually on her first date with Jagger, who has completely taken her by surprise, but he is very understanding when she realizes what this app is all about, and they have a good laugh about it apparently, and then they go their separate ways. Jagger lives by a set of very strict rules, and even though they have this really, like, immense chemistry between them, it's off the charts, it's immediate, it hits. But then Sutton enters her first day on the job Monday and realizes that Jagger is her new boss. I like Becky Keelan. She has always been a very good go-to author for palette cleansers, and she's got, it's a perfect mix of, like, spice and gritty little banter and, like, a good story plot around it, and there's always some type of something in there, like a mystery or a little hook or something. I don't know. It's always really good and a good time. And those are the 6 books that I have on my TBR for February. I really hope that I can get to all of these, especially because some of them have been on a TBR for a couple months now, and I want to get through those. Check back in at the end of February, and we'll see how good I do. I'm in the mood to read. I'm in the mood for love. I'm in the mood for grittiness. I'm in the mood for tanglements, and I'm in the mood for, like, just messy love connections and secondhand embarrassment. I'm in the mood for all of it. So check back at the end of February and I'll let you know what I got here. But stay tuned. I've got more stuff coming. We'll be talking about the books that I read in January in just a few short days. And if you're interested in the top whatever books of 2025, I can get that done for you, as well as a few other things I've got under my belt. But there you go. All right. I will see you next time. But until then, happy reading. Bye.